You look sexy driving a Honda.
Honda Civic.
It's very Asian of you to drive a Honda.
Well, most of our cars have been like Asian brands, like Honda, Toyota, so that's a very Asian.
What are you working out today?
I am doing a pull day, so you guys will get to see my back and biceps day. And especially with like back day and biceps day, I try to go heavy. I do a lot of free weights, and then I usually move on to cables. And on certain days, I'm not too sure today if I do want to get on the Stairmaster, just because Mark has been so good with his cut with the Stairmaster that I have been motivated to get my own shit done and to get on the Stairmaster as well. So I think this is like one of the times where it is convenient, and it does help to have someone who's in line or has the same goals as you, because everything's more fun when you're doing it with someone else, and that includes cardio. So good job, Mark, for motivating me.
Are you telling the truth?
I am telling you the truth.
Are you being honest?
I think it's only been Mark has lost a significant amount of weight, and you can see it in his face, and I can really see it in your face. By the way, no makeup, no anything. Please don't judge me. No eyebrows.
I think you're pretty.
Oh, of course you do.
I still think you're pretty.
It's your job. It's your job to find me pretty.
I don't know if you saw my Instagram stories. They kind of look. You kind of look funky.
Oh, God. When it comes to any upper body day, be it pull day or push day where I'm working on my back, chest, shoulders, or arms, I always like to warm up on the rowing machine, and here I usually aim for about 1,000 meters, and that usually takes me around anywhere from like 4 to 5 minutes, and it just allows me to warm up and get loose and ready for my workout. I always like to start my back days with heavier deadlifts, and I feel a lot more comfortable using a mixed grip, but experiment which grip works for you better. And make sure that as you pull up the bar, make sure you're driving through your whole foot. And once you've locked out, reverse the movement by simply pushing your hips back and hinging forward, returning the bar down. Next off, cross-body bicep curls. With these, you want to curl the dumbbell on one arm towards your opposing shoulder as you exhale. Then, touch the top of the dumbbell to your shoulder, holding the contraction for a second before slowly lowering the dumbbell along the same path as you inhale, and then repeat the same movement for the other arm. Moving on over to back extensions. Back extensions are great for a lower back, and here I'm just using a 25-pound plate to add more challenge. But with these ones, you want to make sure you're not arching your back past a straight line, and your upper body shouldn't be swinging as you go through the movement. Moving back to our arms. Here I'm just doing seated hammer curls, and you could do these standing as well, but I love doing these seated at the same time because I get to control each rep better. I like to make sure that I'm not using my lower body, nor are my arms swinging unnecessarily. I'm simply using a neutral grip and keeping my elbows as close to my sides as possible, really making sure that it is my biceps doing the work. Moving over to bent over rows. These are one of my absolute favorites as well, and here I'm using a double overhand grip, but sometimes I switch it up using a reverse grip as well. As soon as I'm done with my bent over rows, I move on and superset it with these good mornings. With good mornings, it's very important to make sure your form is correct. Take a breath and hinge forward from your hips and not your waist. Slightly bend your knee and keep your back flat. And then as you exhale, reverse the movement, coming back up. How are you guys feeling so far? If your arms are already burning, take a quick 1 to 2 minute break, take a sip of water or BCAAs, because with these you're going to want to make sure you're better rested. Ever since I first did 21 curls, these always kill me like crazy. They're called 21 bicep curls because it's a combo of 7 movements from the bottom portion towards the middle of a curl, and then 7 more from the middle portion to the top, and then followed by 7 more reps all the way down from the bottom to the top for a total of 21 reps. Sounds deadly, right? Try it out first with a lighter weight before moving on and trying a heavier weight, because you still want to make sure it's your biceps doing the work and not your upper torso or your full upper body. Next up, single arm bench rows. These target our middle back and are my favorite, especially for targeting any muscular imbalances. I for one know that my left is significantly weaker than my right, and this allows me to work extra harder on my left. Please make sure that your back isn't arching as well, and keep your head neutral all throughout the movement. Especially for you ladies out there, I know we all want that hourglass shape, and growing our lats allows us to have just that. Along with training our legs and glutes, working to add mass and size to our lats gives us the illusion of a smaller waist. With these lat pull downs, really focus on squeezing your back once you reach the full contracted position. And if you find yourself rocking, please lighten the weight because your torso shouldn't be moving with these. Moving over to straight arm pushdowns. These are another great one for our lats. These not only help build our lats but also our lower back and triceps. I'm doing these with a wide grip bar because the cables were damn packed this day, but you could also use the easy bar attachment or rope to effectively do these as well. You guys, hang in there because we are down to the very last exercise. I love cable high rows simply because it allows me to work on my back muscles from a different angle. And if your gym has a high row machine, you could use those as well. It's a great way to work our lats, upper back, rhomboids, and teres majors as well. So just about halfway done. I did 15 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I'm pretty much going to do 15 more minutes on an incline, low intensity on the treadmill. Pretty much dying already. As you guys see, mark is non-existent. So I'm gonna hop on it, finish it, and get after it. Sweating for the gains. And there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoyed that back and bicep day. Thank you for coming along with me in that pull day. I pretty much didn't film my treadmill and my Stairmaster anymore, like I said, because everything was just like a sweaty mess, and I just really wanted to concentrate on my cardio, get it done, get out, go home, grab a quick bite to eat. And as well, into the afternoon now, Mark just got his mom from work, and we stayed at home, chilled for quite a bit, and then now we are off to grab some food. And today is actually pretty exciting because we are trying this new place out. We're back in Richmond, and it's a place that's called Goodbowl, and it's here in Richmond. They specialize in what I think is pretty much almost like Mongolian grill type of bowls, but I like that their ingredients are so fresh, and I'm gonna take you guys there and they'll probably walk us through, but it's our first time trying the place out. Although I did stalk their social media and everything just looks amazing.
Goodbowl's building B.
Yeah.
Here, it's like right here.
So do you want to go to Marshall's first? Here you go. So I mentioned to you guys that I was looking for a suit for laps at the rec center, and in terms of one pieces, these are the options that they have.
That'll suit you.
Imagine, I used to love these as a kid. like little things. But imagine this, doing laps in this type of back. Marshall's is a bus, and now we're just walking over to the place. Hungry level.
You hyped up Marshall's so bad.
No, because there's barely any Marshalls in Vancouver, and then we're here in Richmond, and there is Marshalls.
Before that, you're like, hey, I want to buy you a gift, like shoes. You want to go to Marshalls? And now, it just doesn't sound good.
Sometimes there are really good finds in Marshalls. Sometimes it's a bust. I think that's just how it goes, since a lot of it's like more of like outlet stuff and stuff that when they get it, they get it. When it's done, sort of thing. So here we are. Pretty exciting. Do you know more or less what you want to get?
Hey, welcome to Goodbowl. We're here of healthy food. We start by choosing a bowl and then rolling up all your veggies. Each bowl includes protein in your bowl. You get with rice or noodles, and everything goes on to the ground. All of our sauces are created in-house from scratch. There's no sugar, there's no salt. They're made from real fruit because it's a lot more healthier and clean.
I'll probably go with everything except
Buffbunny?
yeah.
Okay, everything on Buffbunny.
Yeah.
Would you like with rice or noodles, or you can do a little bit of both? It's up to you.
Noodles.
Noodles? Okay, just half and half if you like.
Beef and chicken.
And then would you like to add a pre-red egg as well?
Sure. So I got half chicken and half beef just because I don't think I can choose just one. Why choose one and have or half?
So these are all the individual sauces that we create in-house from scratch. So you could choose one or create your own combo. And then these ones here are staff and customers mixed already together.
Almost like healthy Chipotle.
Never been?
What? Yeah, we did have beef, half chicken.
I'll try to fix it up.
Just all super.
Yes.
Thai red? Yeah, Thai red is our most popular on its own. It's really good. Beef water coming through. So it's still thick, right? Yeah, so we just have beef to this too. So just flushing it out.
And in case you guys are interested, these are the options.
So for your noodles, now so you're going to take the top and place it down underneath that spout there.
Like apple, carrot, and pear, and I'm pretty down with everything.
Apple carrot is the most popular mix, so that's it. Are you okay with that, or do you want to add something else to it?
I'm good with that. Awesome! Perfect. So for juices, Mark got Mango Magic. So Mango Magic basically has mangoes, pineapple, strawberry, peach, and all of them have vanilla froyo that goes in it. And I just love that you could actually add like Kaizen's protein. There you go. Yeah, the good stuff right there. So look at like how perfect that egg is, and it's just steaming in. I got noodles as my base, and it's basically beef and chicken tossed in together.
Alright, so this is our vitamin bar as well. So this is strictly just for pomegranates. So what we do is we open up the and then pomegranate right in.
There needs to be like a portable version for this at home for everyone who loves pomegranate.
So we just place the little hot glass and it goes right underneath. There's a little spout in there. And then we just put the butts in. Okay, and then it's just gonna pour right up here. So,
so good. Yeah. It's like beats pop. Because I got a juice and Mark got a smoothie. He got the mango smoothie. Aside from that, we have our bowls. If I'm not mistaken, this is mine. And they also hooked us up with this amazing salad. So underneath is like green spinach, rice, and it has grilled chicken breast, apples, carrots, peppers, corn, cabbage, all the good stuff. And I honestly can't wait to dig in. I really don't want to break my yolk.
That sucked. That sucked.
The red curry is so nice. And just like the lime leaf, so good. Like so fresh. Like the coconut lime, oh, just perfect.
Wow.
Awesome. So this right here we have straight orange juice. The second one here is a spinach, kale, cucumber, celery, and a little bit of pear. This is your straight health for the heart, the beet juice, with a little bit of apple to sweeten it up. And then this one is your apple carrot pear as well.
Kind of like
Not too spicy, right?
You can totally tell it's like it's clean. It's not like when mom cooks fancy. The pineapple actually makes it really good.
What did you just say? Pineapple is good. I told you it's good. I told you pineapple and everything is good. Even pizza.
I'm not even a pineapple hater. I just said it's good.
So you guys, they also hooked us up with these energy bites. And so in these energy bites, it's basically oats, peanut butter, flaxseed chocolate chips, and chia seeds. And just look at that. It's a lot of goodness.
This is so good.
I should tell your mom that. Make it all the time for you. Oh, you actually took more than one bite.
You didn't make this?
Guys, so we just left Goodbowl. I am so full. Basically finished each of our bowls, shared the salad, had the protein bite, had that juice. He had a smoothie. It was just so good. I'm so happy that we actually found this place. It's just like, honest to goodness, like when you use like good ingredients, I think, and you don't like put fillers, you don't put unnecessary like preservatives, additives and stuff like that, it just like feels good. I'm pretty sure that my stomach is very happy. My digestion's probably gonna be bomb my ass. And very full. So it was pretty much.
You mean poop?
And I'm pretty, I don't know. It's pretty darn good in the sense that for how much it is, you do get your money's worth. I'm going to actually go ahead and leave down their website down below. Leslie from Goodbowl was so kind and so accommodating. Like, it was our first time there, but they made us feel right at home, explained everything from like the ingredients to the sauces and sort of like what their process is to make everything in-house, house-made goodness.
Shout out to Leslie, man. You did a good job. Good host. Appreciate everything. Food was great. Food was bomb. Man, that's I think post-workout we're gonna be going there more often. I think so.
So yeah, just like, and thing too, and like the greater scheme of things, like a lot of times I think when people are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, a lot of the first thing that you kind of do is to limit going out, just because like you're scared of eating out. And so sometimes like trying to stick to your goals sometimes affects your social life as well. I know in the beginning, and I shared with you guys in the beginning of my fitness journey, when I first, you know, started training and taking everything seriously, diet and training wise, like Mark and I, like if we used to go out like 10 times in a month, it went down to like 1 or 2, simply because I was kind of scared. I didn't want to mess up my nutrition, I didn't want to mess up my training. by, you know, having a bad meal, by going to KFC, going to like for a pizza, for ramen, for all you can eat. And while that's good and everything is good in moderation, it's also about making good choices, I think. And sometimes like it comes down to the places you go to. There are a lot of places that really, especially today, if you live in a city, you're blessed to have, you know, restaurants around you that really prioritize using good ingredients, straight up ingredients. Then those are like your best bet if you still want to go out, if you still want to enjoy your weekend, have a meal with your partner or your friends, and not have to worry about bloating or them using too much sodium, too much bad stuff or whatever additives. So I always feel like, you know, it's always nice to find new places like these, and I don't know, it's like the type of places that you can sort of like trust, because sometimes honestly when I do go out, I know what's in it, but sometimes you don't know how much butter, how much oil, how much stuff that they add. Whereas with these ones, you can trust them and it works with your goals.
Did you just see that hitchhiker?
Oh, there was someone trying to hitchhike?
Yeah.
That's weird.
What the hell?
I don't know if anyone still like trusts people nowadays because of like all the crime and stuff. But yeah, as I was telling them, Mark, that, you know, I wish places like these were available outside the gym.
Like in a gym? Why would you eat in a gym?
I don't care. I've eaten in a gym. I've done that.
Easy target.